And welcome back. Continuing to work on the right leading edge. In a previous video I had done most of the prep work, including the ribs and most of the other stuff to get ready for this. I think I unfortunately lost the video of dimpling these skins, but obviously, you know, you've seen that before, so this is kind of fast forward. I've, like I said, over the past month or so, I've been kind of stepping in between different sections of the build, waiting on parts for various different projects. So I've now managed to get the ailerons complete. That was the last video. I've got the wings, the spar, and the ribs all assembled, and I've got the rear spar attached. I believe I'm not sure if I put the video out for that or not. I'll have to double check. But anyway, the right wing is coming along pretty well. As of editing this video, the majority of the right wing is actually assembled. I've got the top skins riveted in place. I've got the leading edge done. I'm actually just working on the plexiglass for the landing light window there, and the right leading edge, that what I'm working on here, will be complete. And the fuel tank I've got complete, with the exception of closing up the baffles, the back end of it, and doing a pressure test on that. Once that's complete, I'll be able to assemble that to the leading edge of the right spar. And all I'll have left after that is essentially to do the wiring, and I believe on the right wing, I believe one of the aileron, I think the actuator might be in the right wing. I gotta look again. But anyway, it's coming along pretty quick. I think I'll be done within the next month or so. I've been kind of procrastinating on finishing the fuel tank. It's one of those things where I don't want to do the test and find out that something is way wrong and then just have to completely disassemble that thing. I'm tired of working on the fuel tanks. So I've kind of been procrastinating that task. I've got to get it done here pretty soon. The left tank is closed up. I just need to do the pressure test on that. In the right tank, I just need to do a water test on it one more time to verify that it doesn't leak anywhere. And if it doesn't, then close it up and then do the pressure test on it as well. So it's coming along, and it's actually a lot faster. I'm coming up on the 1-year anniversary of actually working on this RV14. I got the first kit around Halloween last year, so coming up pretty quick on the year point, and I've already got a good portion done, which is very surprising to me. I didn't think I'd be this far. I think that I will probably be done with both the left and right wings probably by, I'm guessing, about April timeframe, if not sooner. And then it'll be a matter of ordering the fuselage kit and getting that put together. And that'll be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to it. So right now I've got about a 5-year projection for my build. That may still come to fruition just as far as getting money together, especially for the engine. I'm trying to cash flow this whole project. I don't want to take loans out for anything, but we'll see how we get when we get to that point. So anyway, here I'm just riveting the ribs into the right leading edge. The instructions have you rivet the first 2 locations on both the top and bottom before you do anything else. And then it has you rivet towards the leading edge of the leading edge. So it has you work towards the front of the leading edge as you're riveting in place. And as I found, as you get close to the nose of it, it gets a whole lot more difficult trying to line up those rivets. And so I ended up having quite a bit of battles trying to get those rivets to line up and trying to make sure that there's not a gap between the rib and the skin. So in some places it did get a little difficult. So anyway, got through all of that, got the J stiffener on the top end, on the top side installed. That's what you see, those clecos on the right side are holding that J stiffener in place. The one thing that I did do is when you look on the right end there, that open end where you see that rib, it's actually backwards. Where the leading edge meets up with the fuel tank, working on the right tank first, trying to work off left side drawings, I put in the left rib by mistake. And so when you look at that, hopefully when I flip it back around, you should see what I would call the inner side of the rib. In other words, the flanges are coming towards you, where that splice piece is, where it attaches with the fuel tank. And I installed it, and you actually see the what I would call the top face or the outside face of the rib. So after I got it all assembled and I started working on the left leading edge, I realized once I started looking at the drawings again what I had done. So I ended up having to completely drill out that rib and install the correct one. So just as you're working on this, make sure that you're paying attention. Again, I've said it time and time again. If you're doing the right wing first, make sure you're really paying attention. So other than that, the rest of the leading edge is fairly simple. It's just a matter of attaching ribs to the front skin. I used a black matte spray paint for the inside area around the landing light. The instructions talk about you can do either black or white to help the light stand out, I guess. I chose to go with a matte black. It tells you the parts to paint, and you paint the insides of either rib on the side of the opening. You paint the skin all around that bay between those ribs, basically. And then the mounting bracket that goes behind the hole that actually holds the light, you paint it black. And that's what I ended up doing. Other than that, I'm working on the plexiglass at the moment, and that'll be in one of the next videos. It's something I don't want to mess up because obviously it's very expensive to replace. And so getting the proper tools together to work on that. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and let this run out here. I hopefully will have the next video out here soon. And again, those that continue to watch these videos, I appreciate it. Hit that like button for me. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and the alarm bell next to it, and you'll get notifications every time I put these out. We'll see you guys next time.